Morning, everybody. Oh, I'm a little lopsided. Let me turn you guys here. There we go. I still did not get my phone holder. I'm so mad. I still didn't get it. So I'm going to give it a minute here for everybody to join us, and then we will start. All right. Hi, guys. I'm going to turn this a little bit here so I'm a little bit more centered. There we go. That looks a little better. It's going to bother me if I didn't do it. Let me get my touchpad set up and then we'll get started. We are making these today. Ooh, backwards. No, I have it right. We are making these today. They're pretty awesome. They're just little magnetic trays, okay? And you can use it as just like a decoration piece too on your coffee table if you don't want to use it this way. But this is what we're making. Get you guys pulled up here on my touchpad so I can read comments. I didn't have my coffee today, so this is my coffee for this morning. Let's see here. My touchpad is being stubborn like always. Alright, good. I have a good bit of you on here now. Awesome. Okay, so as soon as I can get this working, maybe. I hate this because I can't set the touchpad up before I start the video. So then it like takes time away from my video. Sorry guys, but I need to be able to read your comments so I can reply. Alright. While that's loading. There it is. Okay, so if you missed it, this is what we're making today. Okay, the little magnetic trays. Everything that you see here is dirt cheap to make these. So I went to the dollar store, not yesterday, Sunday. And I was like, okay, I need projects to do, but I need like cheap projects to do. So I went up and down the aisles and then I was just having like a day, like, you know how you wake up one of those days and you're just like, I have ideas and I can just make anything. And I was having one of those days, so it was a good day for me to go out and get my stuff from the Dollar Tree. So I grabbed a whole bunch of stuff. I had like a cartload of stuff from the Dollar Tree to make crafts. So the next couple weeks, a lot of the crafts are going to be cheap, easy to find, and Dollar Tree viable. So all I needed was one of these trays. They're just one of the cookie sheets. Even if you have an old one sitting around, a bigger one or a circle one or a square one, it's up to you. I just bought these. These were the largest ones the Dollar Tree had. They had circle ones that were about the same size. So, you know, they're $1 a piece. You can't beat it. So that's what I bought there. Dollar Tree. Okay. There we go. Now I have you guys up here. Hi, Angie. Hi, Nancy. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Hi, Dora. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and take this off of here, okay? And you guys will also need either scrapbooking paper is what I used for this. I had one of the big books of like a whole bunch of different scrapbooking pages, and that's what I used for this one, and Mod Podge. So it's up to you, whatever you guys want to use. They're pretty easy. So if you have Mod Podge, you can get the scrapbooking paper, or if you have like any paper around that you like, or napkins will work, like I showed you guys before on the little canister jars. That will work also. So any type of cool background, or even like old books, like old pages from books. Oh, I knocked that off of there. Old pages from books or whatever, that would work too. Okay. So I today am just going to use, I found this really cute. I went to Ollie's because I needed vinyl, and the Dollar Tree has the like cupboard liners, but you only get so much. So I decided to go to Ollie's, and they had a huge roll. Lainey, don't nudge that. She's over there nudging my stuff. If you hear something break today, she's gonna be needy apparently. But this is a big roll of the cupboard vinyl, like the cupboard liner, and I got it for $4.99. So I could not beat that. So this is what I'm gonna use because I love the design on it. I think it's really cute. So I'm not using Mod Podge today. I used it on my one for to show you guys what I was making. This one's Mod Podge. This is just the cupboard liner. So this is probably the easiest way if you don't like to do Mod Podge. I know a couple of my viewers just don't like using Mod Podge, and that's fine. That's completely up to you. So cupboard liner is what we're using today. Okay, pretty cool. All right, so I have my tray. I have a paint color. I'm going to use this because I thought that went pretty cool with that, the green and the gray and the white. I thought that looked pretty. And then you'll need a sponge brush as well. Okay, let's see here. Got some comments. Hi, Becky. Hi, Elizabeth. Morning, Nancy. Hi, guys. All right, so I'm going to go ahead, and it's up to you. You don't even have to paint this if you don't want to. If you like the gray color, which would honestly go well with this, but I'm going to paint it just because for the video I wanted to paint it. So I'm going to go ahead, and I'm using the chalk paint. I'm using with the Waverly. This is Walmart's chalk paint name brand, okay? And it's a good paint too. It's between this, oh my, Art Minds and Folk Art paint. I like those three. Those are my favorites to use. All right. And as you guys can see, this is like something cute too. If you have a teenager and they're kind of bored, this is a cute thing for them to make for their bedrooms. So it is magnetic because it is, of course, metal. So they can get magnets and stuff and make like this to put on their walls to hold their papers and everything, or pictures. You can do a lot with them. So this is a good like kind of teenage project too. All right, guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and paint this. I'm using my sponge brush with a little bit of chalk paint here. Chalk paint goes a long way, and I'm doing a pretty thick coat because I do want it to cover everything here. So I'm doing all the sides, and I am doing, okay, down into here because I don't want all that gray to show. I want the chalk paint to show, the green color. So I'm just going to go the whole way around with that. And you don't have to be extremely neat if you hit this part because you're covering it with paper anyway. So you don't have to be real particular about it. I'm just going to keep going around here. Let's see here. I know I have some comments again. This touchpad just doesn't work like it used to. I think it's just getting old. There we go. All right. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Alicia. And like I said, I know before, sometimes I log off on here and I don't get your comments until like after my video's over for some reason. And if I don't reply, you can either just keep typing your comment in there and sending it, or I do go back and read all the comments to make sure. Sometimes I forget who I replied to, so if I reply to you twice, just ignore me. Just be like, oh, she read my comment again. All right. So, got that. That's a pretty good coat on there. I did 2 coats on my one before, just because it does kind of show through. The metal doesn't, you know, the paint doesn't adhere to the metal like really well. Just in one coat, it doesn't cover it. So I am going to do probably about 2 coats today. Looks good. And then I didn't do it on this one. I probably won't do it on this one just because of time today. But you can paint the sides of this too. So like if you don't like this side showing, I'm going to leave this one because it's going to match my paper anyway, okay? So I'm just going to do the green on the sides and the inner here a little bit. And I'm going to extend that just a tiny bit just in case my paper's a little bit short. I don't have to worry about it, okay? It'll still stick to it and it's covered with paint if the paper doesn't cover it. That way you don't have to go back and do a whole nother 2 coats. All right. That looks good. All right, you guys, I'm going to let that one dry. So this is a pretty simple project today. Not too much involved. It's pretty easy. So if you're new to crafting, this is a good one for you to do. Cheap and easy. I'm just going to go around and get the little edges here, just to blend that in. Perfect. So yeah, if you have an old cookie tray sitting around that you're like, I don't use this thing anymore, good idea for it, okay? That way you don't have to throw it away. It's not going to waste. And you won't see if it has like burn marks on it. You're not going to see it because you're covering it all up. So it's really cool. Let's see here. Morning, Becky. Hi, Jess. It's not white, no. I am doing colors. Can you believe this? Look at that pop of color. I was so proud of myself when I used this color the other day. I was like, it's a little out of my comfort zone, but I did it because I found this paper and I was like, this paper is gorgeous. Like, I have to use this paper. So, and I was going to do cream, and then because it has cream in it, and I'm like, nope, I'm going to do the pretty color. It matches. It matches really well. So I'm proud of myself. Yes, thank you for noticing. Let's see here. Craft. Oh, awesome, Dora. I'm glad. That's awesome. Yeah, this is easy. This is a very easy craft. I know I had a couple people comment on some of the videos I shared in pages, and they're like, oh, you know, I'm like, I don't know, this is too hard for me to do. So I figured I'll throw a couple real easy ones in there. That way, if you guys are just starting, in my head, I'm like, not everything's easy to me. I don't want you to take it like that. But in my head, I'm just like, oh, I got to do something really cool for the video. And I don't think about people that are just starting to craft. So I am going to start doing a little bit easier projects for you guys too. Definitely. Absolutely. That way you guys can learn. Yep. I got to keep in mind that I've been doing this and kind of taught myself, and you guys maybe are just starting. So I wanted to definitely involve something cool and easy. And then that way teenagers and stuff, you know, if your kids like crafting, they can do this stuff too. It's pretty easy. So that's awesome. That's awesome. All right, let's see here. Good morning, Connie. Hi, Stacy. Oh, welcome. I'm glad this is your first time watching. I hope you enjoy it. Yes, welcome. Hi, Christy. Awesome. All right, guys. So I have my wonderful hair dryer here. I'm going to go ahead and dry this real quick. So sorry, it's going to be a little loud, okay? So chalk paint dries pretty quickly. On metal and glass, it takes a little bit longer for it to dry. So that's why I was using the hair dryer today. Yeah, Angie, no problem. Absolutely. Hey, you know what? I enjoy the easy crafts too because it gives me a break from like the long, dragged out, like 3-hour videos that I feel like I'm making all the time. So hey, I like the easy crafts. I'll take it. Let's see here. Yes, Lynn, this is a perfect thing. So if you guys have like an office or a craft room, absolutely, Lynn's right. This is a perfect craft for it. And you can make quite a few of them and put them like in a line together, kind of line them up like this and make a bigger board. You can do so much. Absolutely, Lynn. Good idea. Awesome. Let's see. Rhonda, hi. That's okay. Yep, we are making the awesome little magnetic trays. And this is all Dollar Tree stuff that you can get. I use scrapbooking paper on this one. Today I'm using just cupboard liner, which can also be found at your Dollar Tree. I bought this one at Ollie's. We have an Ollie's store here. And it was $4.99 for a big, huge roll of it, which I use it for stencils too. So I kind of won out on that one. But yeah, you can use Mod Podge and scrapbooking paper, or vinyl, or cupboard liner, or anything, or napkins and Mod Podge will work too. So, yep, hopefully I got you caught up there. That's what we're making. Oh, and the trays are just from the Dollar Tree. They're just the cookie sheets from the Dollar Tree. All right, let's see. Hey, Mom. Hi, Addie. Hi, Tara. All right, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and do my second coat of paint, just because if you look pretty closely here, that side actually looks pretty good. But if you look kind of in the corners and stuff, you can kind of see the tray through it still, the silver. Right there's a good idea, a good picture of it actually. So I'm going to go ahead and just do one more coat on it, and then that'll be it for the paint. So like I said, I'm using chalk paint It does not matter. You could probably use acrylic too. It doesn't matter really what paint you use, just as long as it adheres to it. So, you know, if you want to test out the paint that you have, maybe paint like a little piece in the middle here, just dry it really good and then run your finger over it. Make sure it doesn't come off. That's how you can test it. But acrylic paint should work also. I wouldn't know why it wouldn't. Or spray paint. If you guys have spray paint, that is even a faster and easier way to do this. There's many projects where I'm like, oh, I could spray paint that, but I don't want to be spray painting in my house, and right now it's too cold outside. So that's why I've been using a lot of paint and paint brushes. So I do have a couple projects that do actually require spray paint because they're too hard to brush paint. So I'm saving those for the summer for you guys. So there'll be some spray painting stuff coming up. All right, that's looking better. Definitely covering a lot better. And I'm just going to extend that the whole way around, doing my second coat. And I'm using the sponge brush, okay? My sponge brushes are looking really, really bad. I just forgot to buy them last time I was out. So these guys are like, this one's at its last use, I think. But since I wasn't doing anything too crazy today, I figured I could get one more use out of this one. It's starting to like fall off the handle. So, oh yeah, I even salvaged my paintbrushes. I've pulled paintbrushes out of somebody's trash before because, like, they were nice ones, and my neighbor, unfortunately, had passed away, and they were having a big auction, and whatever didn't sell at the auction got stuck out for the trash, and he had this big box of paintbrushes, like, and they were used, but he took good care of them. Like, they were all clean, not a single drop of paint in them. You could tell that they were, like, used. But I took them all. I was like, oh, I'm taking these. No way am I letting these get thrown out. I'll use them. And I've used them, and I still have a couple of them, actually, which is awesome. All right. So, doing my second coat here, just making sure I have that all nice and even. Make sure there's no bubbles or runs or anything on there. Looks really good. Okay, and I'm just going to go around the sides here just to cover that a little bit better. Perfect. Awesome. Okay. Very good. All right, so that looks pretty good. All right, I'm going to let that dry. The corners are kind of difficult because got to kind of get in there and make it even. All right, that looks pretty good. All right, guys, so that's pretty much finished being painted, okay? That's what it's going to look like. And you can use, if you don't have paper, you can even paint it all. That's fine. I was just worried that if I would have painted this surface also, that when you use your magnet on and you're sliding it, it might take some of that paint off. That's why I decided to use paper. Because it just has, especially the cupboard liners, they're kind of glossy. So it'll help that slide. You're not going to rip it. You're not going to scrape off any paint. So that's why I decided to do paper, okay? Or you could even use a stencil. If you want to do paint and stencil and use it as like a centerpiece for a table, you can do that too. There's so many things you can do with this one little tray. It's amazing. So be creative. All right, let's see here. Got a couple comments here, so I'm going to just go through and read them. Oh, thank you, Angie. Yeah, I don't. Honestly, I don't make a cent off of any of these videos. I'm kind of, right now, I mean, eventually I would like to, in like a year's time, when I have enough viewers, Facebook will actually start paying you. And that's Facebook paying you. It's not my viewers, which is nice. So I've been trying to do that. I'm kind of moving up on that, but I'm not anywhere close to getting that yet. So I have a good while until I start getting paid for all this kind of stuff. But that was one thing I told my husband. I said, this isn't something I'm doing for money. This is something because I like to do it and I want to share my knowledge. And if I can make money off of it later on, that's fine. But I thought about going on here and maybe having like subscribers, but it's not worth it. Like, to me, like, I'm very cheap and I don't want to go on somebody's page and pay them to come live and show me how to make things. You can go on Pinterest and find that out. So that's why I'm doing this, but hopefully eventually I can start making money off of it later on down the road. But My goal is to never charge anybody unless it's an actual like class here in Johnstown that I, you know, give you supplies for. So I would also like to start doing, I would like to start offering maybe like package deals where you can buy the supplies and I ship them to you and then you watch my live videos for free and then you would just pay for the supplies. I was thinking about doing something like that, but like I said, that's going to be later on. But yeah, everything's free. Everything's free. I'm glad you guys enjoy it. Let's see here. Aww. I'm glad I'm one of your favorite crafters. Thank you. I didn't read the rest of your comment. Thanks. Let's see. What kind of paint, Connie? I am using Waverly chalk paint. This is just from Walmart. Yep. This is just from Walmart. This is one of my 3 favorite kinds. I use Art Minds from Michaels, and then I also use Folk Art from Michaels as well, but Waverly comes from Walmart, and it's a good chalk paint, and it's cheap. It's cheap. Let's see here. Okay. Chalk paint. Thank you, Angie, for replying. Let's see here. Oh, awesome. Yeah, you'll love it. Once you start using chalk paint, you're like, oh, this stuff's neat because it dries fast. If you're impatient like me, it's like, oh, this is nice because I can do my first coat, and once my first coat's done, second coat, just keep going. Like, there's no really dry time unless you're doing it on metal, and this here's about dry. This is already about dry, and that's not even using the hair dryer on it. That's the second coat. So that's pretty cool. Let's see. Yes, Connie, I do crafting classes locally. Right now, just because of the whole, you know, the virus thing going around and stuff, I have not been, of course, because the shop hasn't been open. But yeah, I have them local here in Johnstown, PA, and I actually want to start going to like festivals and stuff too. I figured that's a good way, since I'm already making the projects for you guys on here. I make a couple of them, I put them aside in a box, and then eventually I'll take those to a crafting show and sell them, hopefully. So yeah, it kind of just snowballs. So these videos actually help me, get me motivated to do them, and then eventually hopefully I'll sell them. But I do have some of my stuff here in a little shop. It's called Studio U here in Westmont in Johnstown, PA, and I just have some of my littler things that I did on consignment up there, and they, yep, sell once in a while, and then I'll hold up my crafting classes there and actually provide everybody who wants to come with all the supplies that they need, and then I teach the class and they get to make it, and it's just for a simple just couple bucks and you're done. So yeah, it's really cool. You get to make a craft, everything's supplied for you, and then you get to take it home with you. So it kind of is really, really neat. Let's see here. Oh, thanks, Angie. Thanks, Connie. Oh, thanks, Stacy. Thank you, guys. Okay, Angie, if you are using chalk paint, I do the, let's see here, I do just the regular chip brushes, and these are from Harbor Freight, okay, and they are just the rough brushes, okay. If you feel them, they're just kind of like coarse, okay, but this is what I use to chalk paint with, unless I'm doing a full coat. If I'm doing a full coat like I did on this, you can just use regular sponge brushes are fine. But if you're wanting that like rustic look, then you can use the chip brushes. Absolutely. Yep. So I would do, maybe if you're doing a first coat in like green or something like I did here, and then you want to do a white over top, then use your chip brush. So like sponge brush and then chip brush. But yeah, you'll get the hang of it. Just practice on a piece of scrap wood and you'll get it, I promise. All right, let's see here. Oh, that's awesome, Connie. You teach too. Yay, awesome. It is a cool thing to do. Like, it really is. I was never good in front of people, so when I did my first class, I was like all nervous. But then after I got over that, I was like, this is really fun. Like, I know what I'm talking about. People are interested, and it's neat. It's a fun experience. Let's see. Barb, I do a lot of, it just depends. I do crafts like this. When I do crafting classes, they're a little bit more involved because they're usually about 2 hours long and they're a bigger project. I was supposed to do a terrarium where it was like all glass, and you put your plants inside of it. I was supposed to do that. That was one of my next ones. And then I had the Mother's Day pillows, which I did the video on. I was going to have a class on that as well. So those bigger projects, like the Cricut ones, or the stuff that takes me longer on my videos here, is what I was teaching in those classes and supplying everybody with a craft. So it just depends. It's whatever I think is neat and what people will like to do on like wreaths and stuff. I've been doing those too. So there's a lot of stuff. But here in Johnstown, PA, it's hard. We don't have a lot of people that are interested. So, I mean, you know, I would love to be doing this and getting paid for it like weekly, but it's around here, there's not a lot of interest in crafting. It's sad. It's sad. We have a couple like art centers, and we have one big one here, which is up in Westmont, and they're pretty cool. But it's just, we don't have a lot of interest. We don't. And you know, even crafting stuff, you know, at festivals and stuff seems to go, that's like your best place to sell. But other than that, they're not very, you know, until the word gets around and everything, it's kind of like quiet. So I hope it grows. Let's see here. It does not matter, Angie. They have a whole bunch of sizes of chip brushes. It just depends on how big your project is. This chip brush here, it's little. And I lost the box to it. Oh, 1 inch. It's 1 inch. This one's a 1 inch one. But Harbor Freight, if you have a Harbor Freight, and I'm sure Walmart or Lowe's or somewhere has them too. But this here's the one I buy in bulk because they have a lot in a box, and you get them for like, I think it was $12 for like 20 some. That's at Harbor Freight. Don't quote me on that price because it's been a while, but it's something like that. So yeah, they have all different sizes. They have larger ones. They have meteor, you know, ones kind of in between, and then they have these, and then they have the real tiny ones too. So it's up to you, whatever you're painting. If you're painting something this size, this brush is perfect. If you're painting something really big, you can get the wider ones. Yep, just any type. It doesn't matter. They all work the same. All right, let's see. Berks County. Okay. Awesome. Oh, really? Huh. Interesting. I can't believe they only have just painting classes. That's crazy. I know, and that's what started around here too. It was just the painting classes, basic, and then there's a couple people teaching like how to knit and how to craft on littler things, and I just started my classes here, oh gosh, maybe 6 months ago here in Johnstown, and I've had to cancel some because there hasn't been anybody that wanted to come. So that's kind of why I started going online, and I'm like, I don't care. I know I'm going online for free, but you know what? I'm building my business name up, and you know, you got to work to build your business. So that's why I decided to do all this for free. I'm like, I need my viewers, I need the people I can count on, and why not help people while doing it? And like I said, I get two fully made crafts out of this video today, so these hopefully will sell during a craft show or a vendor or somewhere. So, or in my not my little shop, but a shop that I have my stuff on consignment. So hopefully, you know, I make a couple bucks eventually. But yeah, it's sad. Certain areas just don't have that need for crafting. So, you know, it's like, let's see here. Oh, good. You have a Harbor Freight. I love Harbor Freight. Hi, Denise. Good morning. Megan, let's see. I am working on the tray. Sorry, we got sidetracked there a little bit. We were talking. We are working on the Magnatec Tray today. This is just the dollar store tray. Okay. Oops. Got hot glue on that. And I just used regular scrapbooking paper, a Mod Podge on this one, and some paint. This one here that we're making today, I'm using just paint, chalk paint. And then I am also doing the cupboard liner. And you can get this at the dollar store too. So if you don't like Mod Podge and gluing stuff, the regular vinyl cupboard liner will work also. Okay. All right, guys. So this is dry here. Just a little bit. I see a tiny bit that's damp down in these corners. I'm just going to hit that up real quick. so that's pretty dry. If you guys can see this, like I said, the outside of this was completely dry already. So chalk paint is famous for that, dries really quickly. So I'm now ready to put my vinyl or my cupboard liner. Oh, I don't know what, glue or something. Oh, that was the glue from the sticker. Okay, so now my cupboard liner, which I just cut, it's not cut perfectly. I did kind of like, I didn't measure. I don't measure things. I'm terrible at the measuring thing because I'm always like, it's the second line after the number 2. I'm like, I don't know. I'm just not good at it. My husband tried to teach me yesterday how to like read a tape measure. And he gave up. it was hopeless. All right, so I just kind of cut that. It might have a little bit of give on each end here and each side. That's why I extended the paint around. That way, if it is, you're not going to see any of that metal behind there. So I'm just going to get my squeegee, and you can use a credit card or an old card for this too, okay? I'm just using my Cricut squeegee. Okay, that's what I have available there. And you can get a squeegee anywhere too, if you just want to keep one available for yourself. So I'm going to peel the backing off of this. Maybe. So what I like about the door liners is they're not permanent. You can pick them up and move them, of course, okay? And they're not as adhesive as regular vinyl. Okay, so if you make a mistake, you can pick it up and put it back down. And you can with regular vinyl as long as it's not permanent. All right, guys, so I'm just going to start here at the top as straight as I possibly can. All right, and I didn't peel that whole backing off. I just peeled it off halfway. Hopefully you guys can see this okay. All right, that looks about good there. I'm going to be mad focusing on this, so oh, it wasn't quite centered. So that was pretty easy to take that off of there. So don't be afraid to kind of just stick it and move it. It'll come off. Let's see. Good, good. That looks better. Okay, so I'm going to get my squeegee. I have my first end lined up there. And I'm just going to get my squeegee and just press that down, making sure there's no wrinkles or anything in it. Okay, like right in here starting to bubble. So I'm just going to lift up and just squeegee down. Okay, and as I go, I'm just pulling that backing off. So I'm just kind of letting that backing on there, and as I go, I'm pulling it off and squeegeeing down, okay? Because that will help kind of push out all those air bubbles, all those wrinkles and everything. And like I said, if you get a wrinkle, it's okay. You can lift it back up and replace it, okay? Yep, see, now this one is kind of, I don't know if I cut this crooked or what. Let me try here again. So this might take me a couple times, see? You're not the only one if you have to do it a couple times. I'm bad at it. All right, let's see here. All right, that looks good. Try this again. So my lines are probably not straight when I cut this. So I'm just gonna kind of go with what it's given me. Perfect. If you're really picky, that's fine. I tried to cut this one really quick before I went live today, so I think it'll be fine now. All right, perfect. Just gonna keep going. I'm pulling and squeegeeing at the same time. And keep going here. Perfect. Getting all those air bubbles and everything out of there. Excellent. All right, so my end, I'm just gonna kind of make sure that I don't have any air bubbles in there. Looks good. All right, very good. Just straighten this out a little bit more here on the top. So my paper was not cut exactly perfect. It's kind of at an angle. So what I'm gonna do, oops, I'm getting some green paint on there. And that's another thing I like about this. If you get some of your paint on here, it wipes off. So I just got, like, from scraping, I just got a little bit of paint and it came right off. Right over here, comes right off. And that's the cupboard liners, okay? So as you guys can see, that paper looks straight, and then it goes kind of up. Okay, it's probably because I didn't cut the edges straight. I just did it real quick before I came live. So what I'm going to do, if you mess up like I did, you can just get your X-Acto knife or a kitchen knife that's really, really sharp. Just be careful. And I'm just going to kind of straighten that up right here in the corner. Just going to cut it the whole way down. Okay, and then I'm just going to grab that little piece and tear it right out of there. okay, just so it's nice and straight now. See how that took that off of there? And same here, I'm just going to press that down in that corner. And I'm going to cut right along here, right along that little edge there. And same thing here. Just going to pick that up and take that off. Pretty easy. And this side here looks pretty good. I don't think that one needs cut. Just cut my little ends off of there. And while doing that, I just kind of peeled a little bit of my paint off here. So I'm gonna get a tiny brush here and fix that. So I just took off, while using my X-Acto knife, a tiny little piece. I don't even know if you guys can see it in the video. Tiny little piece of paint, which I'm just gonna kind of touch up a little bit. There we go, all fixed. All right, so that's your tray. Okay, you have that vinyl. Vinyl's the easiest. So if you're new at crafting and you're not quite sure how to use Mod Podge, I would just go to the dollar store and buy the cupboard vinyl, or the cupboard, whatever it's called, liner, I guess is what it's called. All right, that's the easiest way to do it. So there's your little tray. It looks pretty cool, right? Let me see here. I know I have some comments. Let's see. Hi, Sandra. Let's see. Awesome. I'm glad I'm not the only one who doesn't measure, Sandra, because I'm just terrible. When I measure, my measuring is like, I wonder if this cabinet, which I'm standing there measuring my cabinet like this, and I'm like, okay, let me see if it's going to fit in this spot. So I just walk over here and just... And I'm sure my hands move in between there, so, you know, that's my measuring. Or I, like, measure on my arm. I'm like, okay, it comes up to here. I'm good. So I walk over here and yeah, my husband yells at me all the time. Let's see. Never read one either. Thank you, Debbie. Awesome, Becky. I'm glad I'm not alone. Thank you, Alicia. Awesome. So now that you have this all done, I was doing clothespins on them, and that's up to you guys, which I'm going to pull some of those out. And this is where you guys can be really creative. So you could even turn the tray this way and hang it, and just use the clothespins to hold things on there. Like this one here. I'll take off this card because it kind of takes your eye away from the clothespins here. But the clothespins I just hot glued on there. I painted them the same color as I painted the border, and you can use them. I ripped off the one earlier today when I was showing you guys this. But you can use clothespins. You can turn it this way, or you could even hot glue little strands of yarn or twine and then put the clothespins and hang pictures. It's completely up to you. There's so many ways to use these. I'm going to do the clothespins again, so I'm just going to get my little paintbrush, or any paintbrush you have, and I'm just going to hit these little clothespins, or the regular, like, Dollar Tree clothespins, or Walmart brand, whatever you like to use, or if you have some old ones that are outside that have been stuck out in the weather for a little while, you can use those. Alright, so I'm just painting this one green just to match my board. I'm going to do 2 of these. And then I have a little magnet here that I will hang on here. So yeah, you can be really creative. Any way that you want to do these is fine. I'm not a magnet person, and and it's really weird, but I was a photographer for years. I had my own photography business, and I love taking pictures and everything, but it got to be a lot. I started weddings and everything, and it just was like 14-hour Saturdays, nothing to eat, no bathroom breaks, and by myself. It was hard. So yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. I was going somewhere with that, and I don't know where. Oh my, you guys. Today's gonna be a long day. I don't remember where I was going with that. I started on the photography thing and I lost my train of thought. I'll think about it in a couple minutes. Okay, so I have that all touched up. Okay. Good. Okay, so that's just the same green as what I used around here. I'm just going to let that dry. Okay, and same thing with this one. And you don't have to do the back side of it. I am not, because you're going to be gluing them on anyway, so you don't have to worry about that. Oh, I know where I was going with the photography thing. I was a photographer for like years, and I have no pictures in my house. I don't even have my wedding pictures in my house, and I just got married in September. I'm terrible. Like, and as much as I decorate and stuff, I just don't have any pictures or photos or anything hanging anywhere. And I've had family and friends buy me picture frames, and I'm not a photo person, but that's where I was going with this. It took me a couple minutes. Oh my, I scare myself sometimes. All right, so just finishing up painting this. So maybe since I made these, I'll print out some pictures. I doubt it, but you know, there's hope. All right, good. Awesome, and I'm just going to do this side too, and this is just really lightly brushing this on here, okay? I'm not using a lot of paint at all because I don't need a lot. It's just tiny bit, and this is a really tiny brush, which is working very, very well. You don't want to use your sponge brush on this because then you just drench it, and then there's like paint like puddling on there. So I'm just using a really tiny regular brush, okay? You can use a chip brush if you want, but I'm just using this one. It's what I had out here. And I'm just painting that. Perfect. Awesome. Okay, so I'm going to let those dry and catch up some comments here because I know I have a little bit of them. All right. Here's my towel. Let's see. Tina, awesome. I'm glad there's a whole bunch of you that are watching this that can't measure. You guys are making me feel better. Let's see here. Yes, thank you, Becky. Magnets. I don't have any like magnets. Like I said, I don't have pictures around my house. The only pictures that I hang are like ones that my coworkers or family send me of like their Easter cards and Christmas cards. So I have like 4 magnets on my fridge, and I just keep replacing like pictures of like friends and family when we get them in the mail. So, but yeah, I don't have a lot of magnets. I have the 2 purple ones that I had on that board, and then I have these really cute little ones that I made a while ago because they were crafty. So that's like the only things that I have that are magnets. Terrible, right? All right, let's see. Are you going to make one for your kitchen? Awesome. Oh, that's awesome. Yes. Yes, Denise. Oh, that's so cool. When you make them, take a picture and post them. I want to see them. That's so cool. Awesome. And they would love that too. They would love that. They would think it's really neat. Let's see. Oh, Shannon, yeah, you know where to find the videos. It'll be on here forever. So you can go back and view. Absolutely. Hi, Kathy. Welcome. Welcome to Junk to Gems. We are just making the trays today, the magnetic little trays. Okay, and these can be, you know, these are a good craft too for your teenagers if they're stuck at home and they want to kind of like maybe dress up their room a little bit. This is a good one, okay? They can actually hang them on their walls, put their little notes on, pictures from friends, anything like that. So, yep, and adults too. I'll be using some of my craft room, I'm sure, because I'm making them. And it's funny, guys, because like I'll make some of these projects and I'm like, oh yeah, I'll drop them off at Studio U next time I go, and then I'm like using them. So some of my projects just stay and never leave. Like the one dresser I have over here, I put it up for sale and I just couldn't sell it. I mean, I got good offers on it, I just couldn't sell it, so I ended up keeping it. It's here to stay. All right, let's see. Hi, Peg. Welcome. Let's see. I'm going to replace my kitchen corkboard. Awesome. You're going to replace your kitchen corkboard. Good. Yeah, these are perfect for that. And they give you the kitchen look, too. Definitely. They give you, I mean, they're already trays, so they blend in perfect with the kitchen. Good idea. Awesome idea. All right. So I'm going to set those aside. My little clothespins, they're pretty dry, so I think we're good. I'm going to plug in my hot glue stick here. And this is just my regular Walmart brand. I think it's like $2.99 on rollback that I'm using today. And just plugging that in. Lainey is being really good over there today. I thought maybe she would be a pain. Jesse left me, which is my husband. He left me yesterday to go back to work. So I thought maybe she would be kind of bad today, but she's actually being really good. She's sleeping on the couch. So, whew, close one. All right, I'm going to go put this brush over here real quick. All right. So as soon as this heats up, we'll put those little clothespins on there. And like I said, you can do this sideways, you can do it long ways, it does not matter. I'm going to put these clothespins up here just because when I did this one here, I think I put them too close to the bottom, which you can just take them off and move them up if you need to. But I put them too close to the bottom, so they only hold like maybe like a long piece of paper or little. And I wanted these to maybe be up towards the top just to hold something a little bit bigger, okay? And then I'll be putting my magnet down here at the bottom, okay? Like I said, this is a little magnet that I made like a while ago. It's just been hanging on my fridge. It's probably kind of dusty. Probably needs cleaned. But as you can see, the paper stays on there. No problem with that. With paint, you might scratch it, so that's why I decided to do the paper instead. Okay. All right, guys. So let's see if this is dry, or if this is heated, I should say. Not yet. So I'm just going to figure out where I want to put these while I'm waiting here. That looks pretty good. I'll line them up there with those two arrows. Alright. What I like about design paper is you can kind of line things up so it works out pretty well. Let's see. Maybe put one there, put one here. Awesome. And like I said, you could even put like a little piece of hot glue, a little piece of twine in between the two sides of the tray, and you can use clothespins to hang pictures off of too. So you can do that as well. Let's see here. For a long time because I couldn't tell. Sandra, you sound like me. I know. I feel your pain. Like, I repainted that dresser and I was just like, oh, I'll post it, I'll sell it. And then it just like, it sat there for a couple of days and people messaged me and I'm just like, I can't get rid of it. Like, I can't do it. So I understand. Trust me, I'm bad at that. I'm so bad. And the coffee table, the round coffee table, if you guys watched me do that video, I did like say in the video, I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna post it for sale. Guess where it's at? It's in my living room. So I didn't sell it. It's in my living room. I have my old one over here in my craft room holding my craft stuff. So, you know, that's me. My husband's like, you never sell anything. I'm like, well, eventually I'll sell it maybe. After it's used and like, you know, dinged up a little bit maybe. All right, let's see here. Glue gun. Awesome, Angie. Yes, I actually do not have a full-size glue gun. That is something I never got. I have about like 40 of these little things because I teach my classes. So I just kind of like always use the same one. I have my like main one out all the time, but I do need to get a big one. I should get a bigger one. For bigger projects, that would be great. Let's see here. Granddaughter. Aww. Oh, you're welcome, Danette. Absolutely. That'll be an awesome thing. And these would make really cute gifts too. Absolutely. Yes. Post pictures after you're done. I would love to see them. And if you guys just want to send me pictures, I do like viewer shout outs all the time. That's something I do want to get people involved in. I mean, I know I'm not a group page, but if you want to send me your projects, I don't care if they're projects that you didn't do here with me or that I didn't do, send them. I would love to give you guys a shout out. Absolutely. Let's see here. Oh, awesome, Deborah. Awesome. Yeah, come join me on one of my classes. I'm going to start doing, if all this clears up and we're allowed to, I want to do yard parties where you just bring a little like piece of furniture or candlesticks or anything that you want to repaint that's decoration for your house, and I just have big tables out with a whole bunch of paint and everybody pays like a $5 fee and you can use any paint you want on your project and I'm there to help. So if you like that kind of stuff, I'm going to start hopefully this year. We'll see how everything goes with the virus. Just yard parties where everybody brings their own thing to work on and I supply all the paints and everything like that. So yeah, keep your eyes open. If you're not that far from me, I would love to have you. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's see. Yes, Debbie, I have put magnets on clothespins. And you know what? When I left the dollar store and I got in my car and I'm like, oh crap, I should have got magnets to put on back of clothespins. That's exactly my thought when I got in my car and I was like, I'm not going back in. So yes, you can put magnets right on the back of your clothespins and just have them so you can move them. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yep. Very good idea. Yes. Let's see here. Oh, Peg, you're the same way. Let's see if I was thinking. Yeah. Oh yeah, Sandra, I know. Same here. I post things and I'm like, oh, no one's gonna want this, and then they like message me, and then I'm like, oh, never mind, I don't want to sell it. Losing my voice, guys. Sorry. Let's see here. Awesome, Angie, you made the gnomes. I have not made the gnomes yet. They did a class, the same place I have my classes. She held a class. I can't remember if she taught it or if one of the other vendors taught it, but they did the gnomes, and I was so mad because I was actually busy that night. I'm like, I can't even go to this class. I have not made the gnomes yet. That's something I do want to do, though. Maybe a video. Maybe I'll make a video on that. Let's see here. Peg, I am located in Johnstown, Pennsylvania. Little city here. But yeah, Johnstown, Pennsylvania. We're kind of close to Pittsburgh area. If you're familiar with either of those. Let's see. Okay. Awesome, guys. So I think my hot glue gun is warm now. I'm just going to, my voice is going, so I'm going to try to finish this up. I'm talking too much this morning. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and just put a little bit of hot glue on the back of one of these at a time, and I'm just going to place it right where I want it. And another thing about the cupboard liners is that hot glue with like paper. Now if you're using scrapbook paper, it might tear, even if you Mod Podged over it, it might tear that paper if you try to take those clothespins off. So with this, with the cupboard liner, it's a little bit silkier, kind of smooth like, so you might be able to remove those and not tear it. So I'm not going to try it, but I'm pretty sure you could probably do that. So if you accidentally put one of these down, you can even reheat it a little bit with your hair dryer and take it off. I'm sure it would be just fine. All right. Have those two on there. All right, awesome. So there's my little clothespins. And still my little I love you note over here. I'm going to put that on there and put my little thing right there. Perfect. So there's the trays. That's how you make them. They're really, really cool. Definitely. And, you know, you guys can make up your own thing, too. If you find something else that works, or if you have stuff laying around your house that you want to use on these, definitely use it. But, yep, that's the simple craft for today. I'm glad I could answer. I had lots of questions, which I love. I could sit here all day and answer questions for you guys. But I'm losing my voice, so I'm going to save it for my later on crafts. All right, guys, so I'm going to put this down. I'm going to show you what I have planned for the rest of the week, okay? And just in case you want to view... Okay, so I did have my list because I never know my times. Like, I make up times and then I forget them. Okay, so Wednesday I have the kids craft. Okay, and I'm going to actually show off my lights so I can show you this because it's really cool with the lights off. So hang on one second. Okay. So this is the kids craft. We are making these awesome little jars. I just have a regular flashlight here. Okay, this is free from Harbor Freight, so you can get a free flashlight if you purchase something in Harbor Freight. But then this is just, oh, I don't know if you guys can see it. It might be too dark. I don't think you guys can see it. Dang it. I thought maybe this would be really cool and you guys could see it. Okay, not so much. So let me go ahead and turn my lights back on. Well, I tried, right? Let's see. Okay, but if you go on my page, you can see the actual picture that I took with the lights off. But they're just the, oh, there we go. Should just left the lights on. So this is just like a glitter jar. I call it the Galaxy jar. It has a glow stick and then beads and a whole bunch of other like glitter and stuff in it. There you go. You can kind of see it now. So if you guys have kids, or if you're babysitting, or grandparents have, you know, are watching your grandchildren, this is a good one, okay, for that. So you just need a mason jar, which the dollar store has, cold water, a glow stick, or a toy that glows is even better. I just got glow sticks, and then the lid, okay? Or if you don't have a mason jar, peanut butter jar, clean it out really good, just something clear, okay? And then you just need glitter, that's all. All right. Okay, and then on, let's see, Friday, I'm doing the flip. I have an old clock that has been sitting around now for like 2 years. And all the parts and stuff don't work. So I'm going to actually be turning that into a jewelry box. Alright, so you can join me on Friday. This is just like my flip Friday. Okay, I just find something old and it's dusty. Ugh, I can breathe in all that dust. and I find something like this and I just flip it. Okay, so you guys can join me then. And then, like, that would be a good project for yard parties. So something that size would be awesome if you're interested in coming to my yard parties. Saturday is the little planter. Okay, this is Dollar Tree stuff also. All right, so this is really easy to make. Everything, all the lists, the supply lists are on my Facebook. Or if you signed up for my email subscription, I sent them to you. So that way you have them. All right, if you're new to my email subscription, I send it out on Sunday night. So if you joined my email since Sunday, if you joined it yesterday or today, you won't get the new list until next week. Okay, so it's on my Facebook. All right, if you missed the email subscription, don't worry, just sign up and I'll send you the new one next week. But this is what we're making. This is also Dollar Tree stuff. All right, let me see here. I have some comments. Let's see. Awesome, Denise, you would enjoy the gnomes. Okay, awesome. I will set up a class to do this. First, I got to practice making one because I've never made one. So, yeah, but definitely I have, like, and you guys are more than welcome to send ideas. If you want to see something and how it's made, just send me a picture from Pinterest or an idea. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out and go live with it. I'm absolutely okay with that. Let's see. Kathy, how do you hang the trays? You can, this is metal. So if you have a drill bit that's for metal, you can drill 2 holes in this and put a piece of string or twine. Twine's probably best because it's made, or construction string, it's made to hold a lot. Not that these are heavy, but that way it won't fall. You can either use drill bits if you want to, or I'm sure if you can find like the command strips, like the ones that you put on the wall, I'm sure they have some type of strip that'll hold this. But yeah, you can drill them. I was going to do that in this video and just completely forgot. So, but yes, good question. You can drill 2 holes with a metal drill bit, okay? And then you can hang it like that, or I'm sure, like I said, I'm sure they have some type of command strips that you can hang it with, okay? All right, or magnets. Maybe you could get like a better like strip magnet and put those on the back, and that way you can even hang it on your fridge or anything like that. But something like that, Velcro might work too, if you have a spot where you can just stick it up, okay? So any of those ways should work, all right? Let's see here. You're welcome, Lynn, of course. Sucks. Okay, awesome, Angie. Thank you. Thank you. Awesome. Awesome, guys. I'm glad you guys are so into this today. This is so cool. Yes. Yes, Friday definitely will be interesting. It's definitely going to be cool. It'll be the clock flip. So I'm excited for that one. It's going to be neat. So pretty awesome. Thank you, Alicia. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, everybody, for viewing. Like I said, you can sign up for my email subscription. It's either on my Facebook or on my website if you haven't done that yet. All it is it's a free subscription. It's not, when I say subscription, I know it sounds like you have to pay for stuff. That's not it. It's just I send out a massive email list of my times, my days that I'm doing the projects, and the supply lists. And that way you guys have them, okay? So that way if you're out shopping, you can just bring that up and look and grab everything you need. So I think that's it. I don't think I'm forgetting to tell you guys anything today. I think I'm good. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for viewing. I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you so much. Make sure to share. That's all I ask of you guys. You know, since I am doing this for free and everything, hopefully in the next year I can start to make money off of it from Facebook and from YouTube. So that's all I ask, is you guys to just share, okay? And as long as you do that, I will be here live giving you some free projects and teaching you how to do that, okay? But thank you guys so much. I really, really appreciate it. Everybody stay safe and healthy, okay? And if you have any questions after this, just, you know, message me or comment. All right, guys, we'll see you. Bye.